to 10 there in the fourth. You guys call timeout, and immediately you're making a play, finding AJ, a guy who has not played, this level of significant playoff minutes. What's that like for you in that moment, knowing that's a crucial possession, and finding him for that shot that helps just give you some separation there?
Yeah, coach drew up a play, obviously, for me to get downhill. The defense is going to do one of two things, like be in a gap or play AJ. AJ's a really good basketball player. And from there, I just try to make them make a decision. And then the read just opened up. Jalen Green, I think it was in the gap. And I just tried to get off it early with energy so that AJ can make a play and step into it with confidence. But yeah, the play was on AJ. AJ made a big-time shot to kind of give us a little bit of more cushion going down the stretch. But yeah, he's been big for us so far.
One of the, just mantras over the years is just 48-minute game. What did you all do leading up to the beginning of the fourth to put yourselves in the type of position that you had, the buffer that you had to be able to run it out?
Yeah, we just strung stops together. We're getting out, running. Yeah, they're like the way they play basketball. It's gonna be hard to put them to sleep. You know what I mean? They play hard, they play together, they play the right way. So even if the shots aren't falling for them, they're gonna stay in the game. They rebound, they get themselves chances, extra possessions. They turn you over, they're handsy. So they do the right things out there. I think we just stuck with the game and just try to do the right things on the other end of the floor, and it was working for us.
What else we got?
Shea, just to follow up on AJ,
Yeah.
this is his first kind of real go in the playoffs after not playing much last year. What's impressed you just as a second-year player, just kind of his composure?
Yeah, he is very even-keeled, on and off the court. He's just a guy that is always in the moment. He's never too high, never too low, and it allows him to sustain a certain level of play and performance. And then the kid works super hard, and he knows how to play. From the first day we had him in training camp, he was flying off of ball screens, making reads, making plays. And to come into that type of situation with that confidence and that energy, I knew he'd be a really good player in this league. And he's gotten the opportunity this year, and he's shown it.
Yeah, Shea, late in the game, Brooks got called for the foul. He makes the exaggerated the flopping motion.
Mm-hmm.
Had a timeout, and Ott comes into the middle of the court, and I guess that's what his subject matter was. And you didn't leave. You were sort of hanging around there. Did you interact with Ott at all, and what did you think of that whole situation?
I think he was saying that I don't know if he was saying it was me, but I think he was saying I gave Dylan a shot before I got fouled. And I was just nah, I didn't do that. So I was just trying to read what he was trying to say. But yeah, it was a whole lot of nothing. Play ball.
Shea, I'm wondering about early there. You looked like you fell on your hand, maybe got your wrist kicked in the process. I don't know. What sort of happened from your perspective?
Yeah, I don't know. I went up, came down, and my hand was hurting. I haven't seen the video of it. I don't even know what happened. It was just a little bit. It was hurting, and it was numb, almost I hit my funny bone in my hand. So I was just trying to get the feeling back. I'm okay though.
Did Donnie have to pop anything back in, or was that stretching he was doing?
Yeah, he was stretching the muscles in my hand.
How did you feel just overall after sort of going through that, and game one was not the efficient night that you usually have to come out and shoot as well as you did, play like you did? What was sort of on your mind just as the game progressed?
Yeah, just stay in the moment, be aggressive, just stay in the game. Most importantly, don't worry about anything else. Adrenaline would carry me through no matter what it was. I just want to stay in the moment and try to get the job done tonight.
Shea, coming off winning Clutch Player of the Year, a lot of people focus on the scoring being the loudest thing, but you also had your fair share of clutch defensive plays, blocks, steals. Can you sort of speak of to being clutch in those aspects, and do you think people sort of boil down being clutch to just shot making?
Yeah, for the most part, the shot making. People always care about scoring points more than defense. You got to score to win, but Yeah, there's two sides to the ball, and you have to get stops if you want to win. And your clutch gene sort of say it doesn't matter if you don't win. So yeah, you got to be able to get done at the other end. The other 4 guys that are on the court with me at the end of the game usually get it done at a high level and allow me to just be aggressive in those moments. So they're as much as a part of this award as I am to helping to close the game down the stretch.
Yeah, Shay, kind of off that question. First of all, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered by in those clutch moments?
Fearless, maybe. Just a guy that like can be trusted down the stretch. Yeah, those 2 things. Like, I think those 2 things are most important. Like a guy that's gonna step into the moment with confidence, and that gives everyone else confidence. And then a guy that everyone trusts to make a right play.
Shay, you hit a tough bucket over Dylan in the first half, and there was some kind of smiling and pointing.
Yeah.
What was going on in that moment, and how would you describe the competition with your buddy there?
Yeah, he I think he blocked my shot in transition a couple plays before, and then I tried to pass it and it tipped out of bounds, and he was screaming and hollering, and then he was just doing his usual antics, and then I scored on him, and yeah, I let him hear it a little bit.
Speaking of his usual antics, we just had a chat with him in the locker room, and he was complaining about flopping and flailing, and the kind of things people tend to complain about with you. I'm sure you heard some of that on the court as well. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't control what Dylan or anybody else on the other side is going to complain about. All I can do is try to go out there and win basketball games for my team. But yeah, I mean, Dylan's doing what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to bring energy to the game, rile up the game, and once again, he did a good job of bringing energy to the game tonight. It was super fun out there, and I love playing against him.
Anybody else? We can go last one to Myron.
Yeah, kind of on that vein, you and Lou don't seem to get caught up as much in the Dylan the villain stuff. Is that because of the Team Canada stuff? You guys, I guess you know him well, or
yeah, we know Dylan. Yeah, we know the guy he is. He's a great guy and a fierce competitor, and we played on his team, so we appreciate that. We know what he brings, and you know what he brings to the table for his team, and he's a high-level player because of it.
Also, one more.
Yeah, one more.
Well, it's been a kind of frustrating year for Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know the severity of the injury or whatever, but did you talk to him? What's his mood? How's he doing?
I haven't seen him yet. Yeah, I'll try to get out there quick. It's a late game, but I'll check on him tonight, see what's going on, make sure he's good.
Thank you, Shay.
All right.